Hey, this is Morty back with another video. Today I wanted to go over the necklace quest in Kera Isle. So what you're gonna do first is, I guess it doesn't matter which order you go to, but I'll go to the quest giver first. So you just go over the bridge, and we're gonna hang a right at this curve. Then it turns left, and you want to make sure that you're a race that's not hated by the Kera. So good right races can do this. If you need an unlock guide to Wood Elf or Human or um, Half Elf, I have a guide on my YouTube channel. You can check that out. Once we get to this building here, with the two guards at the door, you go through the door and take a left, and then around the corner here by this table there's a ramp that you can go down, and we're going to go left again. And at the end of this aisle here there's the Karen Shar. So when you hail the Karen Shar, it comes up with quest information. You're going to click on that, and then it's going to give you a new quest, and it says search the north side of the island. So I'll show you where that is. So we're going to go back out the way that we came. And this might be camped right now, so I'm going to see if I can go to a different pick difficulty with less people in it. Because there's 12 people in this zone, so let's just create an instance because I'll have plenty of time to do my own stuff later. We're going to go to creating an instance. For those of you who don't know how to bring up this quest journal, it's Alt Q. So if this information, it times out after a short amount of time, and you might forget what you're doing in the future. So it's taking a little bit to load this morning. Also, if you're asking what this little UI feature is here, it's called Quest Buddy or EQ Buddy. It's a pretty nice little thing that tracks some of the progress that you might have throughout the day, money, factions that you're working on, deaths, etc. So we just came over the bridge and we take a left this time. We're going to go over to this island here, and I have Lev, so I guess I won't levitate over the edges, but if you're high enough and you want to, you can just lev over the edge over here to find the NPCs that you need to kill. So right now I'm not KOS by these guys, probably because of what I've done in the Warrens. I think these two are the guys that dropped the totem. So it would be in and to the left. Yeah, they drop an item called the Desecrated Jar Totem. I'm just going to kill both of them and get the totems, and then I'll show you what you need to do next. Might as well take the milk. So you kill those guys, and you go around. Can't remember which way it is. Nope, that's not. We're going to go to this circle here. I don't know if you can see it on my map because it's light. Change my map source to dark background. Not a fan of the dark background, so I'll go back with this one. So once you go around the curve to this area here, this guy in the middle is the one that drops the letter that you need. Come over here and just kill this guy real quick. If you try to pull him across here, he falls down into this pit, and then he'll train you with a wild tiger if you're lower level. These other guys, if you're doing experience, you can kill them, but there's no need to. So then you just travel outwards from here. Levitation is very helpful. And we're just going to go back to that quest giver. So people have said to farm this up to at least, I think it was tier 6, so that you can put all the, so you can open up all the slots for the item for the future. Which this quest is repeatable, so you can do that. Or you can use some motes on it as well if you do 2 individual quests. It is just 1 totem and 1 note, so that second totem is kind of just going to give me a ring if I was to turn that in by itself. But once you get the quest giver, again, you don't want to just give the items to this Karen Char person. You want to hail them again, and then give them the totem. And then once you give them the totem, give them the letter, and then you complete the entire task. So the totem gives you the rings, and the note gives you the necklace. So if I was to just turn in the totem again, it gives it right back because I haven't initiated the quest conversation again. So I'm going to hail and start the quest again. So it sets it back to this stage, I guess. One of the other things that I wanted to go over here is there's a couple other quests that haven't been updated that are still in. I wish they would have updated the quests. Where am I at here? I wish they would have updated the quests so they're repeatable. I understand why they didn't for one of them, because it is another necklace quest, and it doesn't make sense to have like this strength of a necklace compared to the one that you're going to get from the other quest. So, but I don't understand why they just didn't redo the quest at all. I'll go over here and show you where the quest givers are. There's one quest giver here on this pier, and they ask you to kill some rats. Now these rats used to give faction. It's this fang tooth one. You have to do it in a special order too. You can't just go kill fang tooth and then kill the 2 rats. You actually have to kill the 2 rats, then kill fang tooth, then give the items to this person. And I'm not a fan of that requirement that you have to do it in that specific order, because if you have extra teeth from Fangtooth, it doesn't do anything. You have to wait and kill him again, because you have to actually get the kill for it to let you continue. Other quest giver is right here, Baron, and he doesn't talk to me anymore. I don't know why they didn't make this quest repeatable. It's not a substantial item. It's good when you're low level, but the difficulty is too hard for a baby a baby Karen. So there's a bunch of these level 3 spike fish out here. And then once you kill them, you have to get the quest first, but once you kill these guys, they'll drop this, which I have not found the new quest for, if it is a new quest. And they'll drop a fish that's just a quest item. It's not consumable. A scrumptious fish meat right here. So you have to get 3 of these in order, and then you have to kill a level 15 named fish right here. Oh, it's only level 5. Okay. So I guess this is the good part about this, because he's only level 5. You can probably kill him at level 1 or 2. And he drops a different fish that you need to give the guy. But since he won't give it to me anymore, I can't update the weapon at all. So if I take these fish out, you guys can see that I spent a little bit of money on the game. I bought 2 of the 24 slot bags, and I bought a couple XP potions just because why not? I've been playing EverQuest for many years and thought that I would just get back to the game, so I spent a little bit of money. So you can't even just give the items to him now. He just gives them right back. So the quest is give him 3 of those other fish, and then the razor tooth fish, and he gives you a 2 strength, 3 damage, 17 delay item, which I guess can be like okay at level 1, but you're gonna replace it, very quickly with other revamped items. So that's really it for the quests that I've done in here. I'm just going to delete these while I can. The other stuff that I've done on day 1 is I've done a lot of unlocks. This is going to be my main class here, Rogue Shaman Necromancer. I wanted to do this off, kind of off meta build, because I think Rogue has some advantages to it that people don't realize. I go to edit here and close this. So my day 1 came with a little bit of hassle because they had patched the game where if you did higher difficulties, you weren't getting, say if you were doing D4, you weren't getting D4 plus items. You would get maybe like +2 or +3. So I couldn't get what I was looking for the whole first day. Basically, I had to wait for the patch for the second day. So what I just did is just leveled up my guy in various zones because I wasn't getting um, a lot of powerful stuff. I started in the Warrens for money so that I could do my initial unlock. Once I got to level 10, I ended up going to I went to Pinos so that I could grab lockpicks, so that I could practice lockpicking while I was in Befallen. But the first place that I did go was Blackborough. I just went down and snagged the shrink shroud. I swapped it to I swapped it to, I think I went to D4 to start with, and I got this. So, luckily that's enough to pull out the exaltation if I wanted to, but you don't need to. You can just use it from your bag. So then after I grabbed that, I went to Befallen, leveled up a little bit in Befallen. Then I went back to Blackborough, and I killed some specific named in Blackborough so that I could get. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know why this guy's wearing the shroud here. I'm gonna go to my ogre loadout. So this is my initial ogre loadout here. I picked this item up in Blackborough. There's a spot downstairs. I don't know exactly what the mob's name is, but he drops this. So I upgraded that a couple times. I killed Rathotep in North Row a couple times to grab this ring, and then I went over to Crushbone so that I could get this face mask. I'm stamina stacking, by the way, and this helmet. So this face mask, I can't remember the name that drops it. It could be the Prophet or um, maybe it's the Enchanter that's down there. Um, Blood Gurgler or something. I can't remember for sure, but grab this mask, grab this helm, and that's really it. Oh, and the bow. Any items, I just kind of picked up some stuff. This is also from Crushbone, and then the rest of my gear is all from, oh, besides the belt, this is from uh, Najina, and all the rest of my gear is basically from Befallen. Just that zone is just so good. Um, while you're go back to my loadouts really quick and show all of the races. So my first unlock was Dark Elf for the Inner Rogue, so that I could do the Reaper quest, which I did enough for 2 Reapers, one for me, and one for my friend. I did it enough times so that I could pull out the exaltation there. It's really super easy, especially since you're farming for experience. Once you're like a dark elf Inuric guy, you can go and talk to. Um, did I take off my? No, it's this command here. You can go and talk to this guy in West Commons and just say this phrase over and over again, and you can fill up all your bags if you really wanted to with notes. And that note, when you hand it into a skeleton at the front of the dungeon, will spawn a level 25 mob down kind of by where the elf skeleton spawns. That guy I tested, it does not give any XP, so you can't just like do that and hand in the note a whole bunch of times and get a bunch of extra XP from it. He just drops the box that you put the pieces in to create the hammer. I did that as my first unlock. Actually, my very first unlock was human because I had enough cash uh, before I left the Warrens to do both the human unlock for Kinos and the Dark Elf unlock. So I did that first. Got my Dark Elf stuff leveled a little bit. Then I went and unlocked my Wood Elf. Um, then I went and unlocked High Elf, and as I was unlocking High Elf, I kind of hurt my Indigo Brotherhood faction. So there's a place in Elfe where a bunch of around like level 25 uh, elves spawn, and I went and killed those. They give you 5 Indigo Brotherhood each. They come in like one giant pack of probably 8 mobs or so. They fixed the pathing a little bit around there, so you can't use the hills to really path like you used to, and they kind of feel like they teleport to you if you do path a little bit weird. Um, so I just wanted to do that to fix my Indigo Brotherhood. Plus, I was getting like some good experience being sub 25 when I was doing that. Then my next unlock was Barbarian, because I bought these 24 slot bags and these 4 extra bag slots. It made a lot easier to do the Barbarian unlock. And then the last unlock that I did was Dwarf. The Tumpy Tonic Brewing. It was a real big pain in the butt. But I did most of it while I was doing another raid in EverQuest because I'm that addicted, I guess. The other things that I did is I started working on brewing, so I do have a bunch of potions here. Let's see, I got some Kilva's Skin of Flame and a bunch of like potions of accuracy, regular and greater. Um, did I want to do that? That's one thing that I wish that you could do is not save a loadout or delete loadouts because like my high elf this one I'm gonna keep just because it's my good faction running around talking to people thing. I think I could probably talk to these guys as an ogre. Nope, not yet. I haven't done the quest enough. Um, but I wish you could just straight up delete loadout and have all of the gear like refunded to your stash or something. Um, or just disassociate the gear with that loadout if you're not selected for it. Just let people disassociate their gear with and delete loadouts. That's one of my biggest things that I'd wish. Let's see. Next goals is to level my main class. Oh, the reason I went to 31 is because, or 32, is because I wanted to get a bunch of plat to do my explorrre unlock. So it took that long. My initial goal was to stop at 31 because I have some other goals that are around level 31. Um, but it took until 32 for me to get enough plat to do my um, my explorrre unlock and um, my brewing up to 136, I think. Alchemy is up to um, they're around the same. My brewing and alchemy are both up there. Um, I think really that's about it. Plans to come is today I'll do this quest a couple more times and I'll just level the new build and hopefully I'll be able to get some more moats. Oh, I wanted to talk about the moat situation a little bit. So day one, when where's my storage currencies? So day one, when like pre-fixing the, I'm doing like air quotes with my hands right now, pre-fixing the D4 stuff, I was getting crazy amount of motes, okay? Um, these are my tier ones. So I got tier one, tier two. I wish they would like have these actually worded in order so that these were listed in order. Um, so it was killing it as far as like moats were concerned, doing all this different stuff up to I got to 23, I think, on the very first day. And then they did the patch. Okay. I've spent maybe like 10 of my infinitesimals on like one spell upgrade and the necklaces, right? So that I can level up my necklaces individually. But since the patch, I've gained 4 infinitesimals, and I think I gained like two two D2s and one D3 mode. So I don't know if modes have been changed as well, but it kind of feels like it to me. I was really happy with my mote drops, but to be killing reds for um, 8 levels and getting basically probably like 8 total motes, it's looking like it's going back to the beta, um, as far as motes just not dropping as often as I think they should, with especially with how many spells we have to upgrade. I guess I'll find out today. I guess since I have this information in this video, and I'm gonna do a bunch of leveling again through. Primarily, I'm gonna go back through Befallen just because the gear's just too good there, and I'm powerful enough to where I won't have to step out around a certain level. Um, I guess I'll report back if I get another 30 motes today. Good. If I don't, then there's something that's happened with motes. So, hope you guys enjoyed this really long, rambling video. Have a great one. Peace.